Exclusiveshotz here, and today we have episode 2 of the Spawnkill guide. Sorry for using the same clip again, but this week we're going to be getting right into it. It's going to be demolition on firing range when you're on offense. So here we have the spawns for offense. This is the best map for spawn killing. So these are the set spawns, they're not going to change, and these are good, you'll see in the next clip, because they are confined to this area here, which if you can control makes it hard for the enemy to escape, and this is good. You're going to rack up lots of kills on this map. We're going to be looking at where each player is going to stand and what spawns he's going to cover. So here we have player 1, the darker dot is where he's going to stand behind those stairs, and the 2 lighter green dots are the spawns he's going to want to cover. This is an important position because there's going to be a person standing just to the left of the screen here, and he's going to cover him. Now, as you'll see, using the barrel for good to cover there, and this is also a good spot because if the enemies do escape over there, you can cover them easily. So he's going to want to use his G11 because most of his battles are going to be longish range. He's going to want to use either lightweight or hardline because the cover from the barrel and the stairs, honestly, you do not need flak jacket. The stairs will protect you from explosions. And then you're going to want hardened because the distance of fights is going to be long range for this guy. You want hardened pro because you don't want to be flinching all over the place because that's going to set your aim off. Personally, I would use second chance because there's a lot of cover, so if you go down it's easier for the guys to revive you. Right, next up we have player 2. Here you'll see the player 1's role is going to be to protect player 2. Player 2 is going to cover these 3 spawns here, and we'll get into the class. I would use the Org of the FAMAS because they are quick firing guns, kill quickly. I'd use the dual mags with sleight of hand for fast reloads. I'd also use flak jacket because protection from explosions is quite important in spawn killing when the enemy is trying to escape, and likewise with tactical mask for when you want to protect yourself against stuns, flashes, whatever. So yeah, that's going to be player 2's role. Next up we're going to have a look at where player 3 wants to stand, and here it is now. Player 3 is going to run from these 2 lighter blue dots, or the darker blue dots, sorry, and he's going to repeatedly cover the 5 spawns here. This may seem hard role, but honestly they'll just all run out to the same spot. So I would personally use either the AK or the Galil, the high power assault rifles, and I would also use the dual mag or the extended mags for extra ammo and extended mags for less reload. I'd use Scavenger Pro if you're using the extended mags especially for extra ammo. Sleight of hand, he's in the action quite a bit, so reloading fast is going to be important, and tactical mask again for the same reason as player 2 is using it for when the enemy are trying to escape the spawn trap. Next up we have where player 4 is going to stand. He's going to stand on top of that 2-story there, helping player 3 cover the 3 spawns there, and his class he's going to want to use is once again the G11 because it's going to be long range combat, and he also uses hardened pro for the same reason. I would personally use hardline because they're not going to be able to chuck grenades that well up to you, and I would also use second chance because if you drop down into second chance while you're on that 2-story building, then it's going to be hard for the enemies to finish you off, especially with player 3 helping out player 4 to kill the enemies there, so it's going to be harder for them. And then you can use your spare player, which we'll look at later, who can revive player 4. Next up, player 5. Now this is a bit different because player 5, all the spawns have been covered now with the first 4 players. But what player 5 is going to do is run around this route here and finish off any guys that previous players couldn't. And you probably want to use your favourite SMG. I personally would use MPL because I used it yesterday and I found it to be brilliant for hip firing, and to use the rapid fire attachment for dropping enemies quicker. For this you're going to have to use scavenger, especially when running around, because rapid fire runs through ammo really quickly. Steady aim is going to help you with your hip firing and running around, and then Marathon Pro obviously is gonna, because you're going to be on the move the whole time. I would also use the jammer on this player for this player, and this is where I would place it, because you'll see it can cover this big area here. That's really useful. We looked at that in the basics of spawn killing, and yep, that's firing range offense. I'm going to leave you with a gameplay by DmX Revolution. You saw some clips in the first episode and in this episode. We as a clan don't really use this, we haven't really used the techniques shown in this episode, sorry. That's half the reason why I'm posting this, to help out our clan in spawn killing. But I'm going to remind you, please subscribe if you like this and like the video. This episode in this series, sorry, we're going to be posting a gameplay at the end, so enjoy. Oh, and by the way, next episode we're going to be looking at firing range defense, which is hard to really hardcore spawn kill them, but I'll show you some spawn trapping methods, and if you do want to spawn kill, the best places that I would personally stand. So, yep, see you next week.